So what's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD, and in this video we're going to be discussing even more about DLC 2 Zombies ZETSUBOU no SHIMA. The past few days have been very crazy and very exciting for brand new Zombies content, and in this video we're going to be discussing the speculation on how exactly this map is going to start, as all we've gotten so far is this intro cutscene. We've never actually seen what this map is like, but I'm going to be judging based off the end of the cutscene what we could be seeing entering the map. If you've missed all the crazy hype, I've uploaded quite a few videos over the last few days, so make sure to go check out any that you may have missed. But a lot of people are thinking, what the heck's going on at the end of this cutscene? Are our characters drowning? No. Dempsey's not drowning, Takio's not drowning, none of them are drowning. If we zoom in here, you can clearly see that all four of our characters let go of that small boat and then start swimming towards the island, which is far off in the distance. I'm sure this is pretty obvious to everyone anyway, but just making sure you guys know that, because I have seen a few people out there think that either one of the characters has drowned, which is not the case at all. Now here's where the speculation comes in here. Now, this might be a pretty far-fetched idea, but I think this could be possible, seeing as we already have this in multiplayer, and I believe that this was spoken about, as now that there is this function in multiplayer, it could be introduced in Zombies at some point, and it's never been a thing in Zombies where we've been able to swim before. We've had different stretches of water in zombie maps. There's even been parts outside of maps like Shino Numa where you could full out swim, and the character like animations and the poses for swimming was all there, and we have swimming in Black Ops 3 multiplayer as quite an integral part of some of the multiplayer maps, so I wouldn't see it being too far-fetched for us to be able to have a swimming mechanic in Zombies. Now what I'm hoping will happen is that we get introduced into the map by our characters swimming from very, very shallow water onto the beach, or like kind of like the kind of shore area of the island. I think that would be such a cool thing to have in Zombies, because when we originally saw the Dark Eisendrache trailer, we saw the gondola making its way up, and from the concept art image you could definitely see that there was this kind of gondola line or this cabling which took us to that section of the castle, and we thought we were going to spawn in from taking that. And though we don't see our characters physically sit inside it and going up within the game, we do see it in the cutscene, and we do spawn coming out of the gondola. So judging from that, our last bits of seeing our characters are coming out of the gondola in the cutscene, and that's exactly what happens in game. Maybe because we see our characters swimming, that when we actually spawn into the game, our characters will be swimming a very short length to get to the actual shore. I think this is a really cool idea, but let me know down below in the comment section right now, what are your thoughts on this? Now I'm going to bring up a few other points as well, which could very easily suggest that we'll see some sort of swimming mechanic at some parts of the map, if not at the start in another bit. And we know that we have new traversal systems, and I made a video on this talking about the zip lines being introduced again, and a underground sewer system. Now these are both being advertised as ways to get away from the zombies, to evade from them, and perhaps being the sewer system, there could be a section where you do have to swim. It couldn't be a deep portion of water, but I'm feeling that there could be a section where we definitely could see swimming. Now we got a cipher all the way back in the Giant which hinted at Takio, and it's in the cell below the waves is where Honor suffers, which is obviously talking about original Takio 1.0, who's entrapped on this map, and it sounds like he's being kept either in a cage or something like that, but he's being kept underwater. In the cell below the waves is where Honor suffers, so it definitely sounds like Takio is being encased underwater, so which that makes me feel like we will definitely see, at least in one portion, some form of swimming mechanic in Zombies, where we have to swim down and maybe see Takio at one part of the Easter egg, or the Easter egg could be where we know that Takio is trapped underwater, there's no way for us to get there, but after a certain amount of steps we actually are able to release him, and he sort of like becomes elevated out of the water. That would be cool as well. But from that cipher alone, I feel that that would definitely suggest that we could see some sort of swimming mechanic within this Zombies map. Like I said, we saw it in Shino Numa and it works perfectly, and when you get under the map in most maps, although Treyarch never intend for anyone to get under the maps, there is there's always some sort of underwater where your character will drown and then you'll just respawn because you just entered like a ridiculously low part of the level. But I know even going outside of the map in Dark Eisendrache that I've seen from videos, there is portions where you can swim, so that mechanic definitely is implemented there in Zombies. It always has been, no doubt it's always going to be as a precautionary measure for when people go out of the map, out of bounds, but it is definitely there. And with regards to multiplayer, the technology has just never been properly there before for them to fully use the technology of being able to swim underwater in multiplayer, and now that they've managed to do that, I do not see it being too far-fetched for it to be introduced in Zombies. It definitely would be weird though to see how that would affect the Zombies gameplay if the zombies would follow you into the water and be able to swim as well. We definitely have seen zombies spawning out of water. We've seen that in Call of the Dead as a primary, like, just look at zombies spawning out the water, and they never swim. We've never seen zombies swim. They always just walk super slow. So either the water would be just too shallow for us to even swim in, or I'm not sure. This is territory we've never gone into before. This is all just speculation, but I think it would be pretty insane for us to see this. Let me know what you're thinking of this down below in the comment section. I'm going to have a few more videos over the next few days looking at ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, and hopefully sometime next week we should be getting a full gameplay trailer, because this map pack is launching in just over 2 weeks from this video being uploaded, and we have to see some gameplay footage at some point within that 2 weeks. Otherwise we're going to go absolutely mental here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop it a like rating, subscribe for more zombie videos, and I'll catch you in another one very, very soon.